Good morning. Oh, good morning, third graders. I'm here with your next installment of your math lessons. We're going to be beginning with Module 3 today, and that begins on page 59, and it is Understanding Multiplication Strategies. So please get those papers out in front of you so that way you can follow along and learn this lesson with me. All right, I'm going to get my camera turned the right way, and we'll get started. So understand multiplication strategies. How many animals are there? Imagine you are a zookeeper in charge of the animal exhibits. Complete the table. Record the number of each kind of animal and then write if the number is odd or even. So we can see here is the zoo, and we can see that we have giraffes, rhinoceroses, penguins, and moose. So the first animal in our list here in our chart is the giraffe. So let's count how many giraffes we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 giraffes. Rhinoceros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Penguin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So how do I determine whether a number is odd or even? Well, if a number is odd, it would, in the ones place, so way over here in the ones place, you would have a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. And if a number is even in the ones place, you would have a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So if we look at our giraffe, in our ones place, we have a 1. So that tells me that the number 11 is an odd number. Rhinoceros, we have a 6. A 6 is one of our even numbers. The moose, there are 5. 5 is an odd number. And then penguins, we have a 7 in the ones place. So it's always whatever's in your ones place. A 7, and that is odd. So we only have one animal with an even number of animals, of that kind of animal. So I do want to do this turn and talk right here. We're going to talk about it. What kind of animal can be grouped into pairs with none left over? So if we look at these, only the even numbered animals could be grouped in pairs without any left over. Because if you think about it, if I have 2 rhinos, 4 rhinos, 6 rhinos, right? They can be put together in pairs and you will not have any left over. Whereas all of these other numbers, anytime you have an odd number will always have something left over. Even numbers will never have anything left over. So there would be exactly 1, 2, 3 pairs. So just looking at this table, knowing that even numbers will not have any left over, that's how you would know that you could group them into pairs without any left over. All right, that's the only one I wanted to do. So we're going to move on to our Are You Ready page. I think my camera needs to be adjusted a little bit. Sorry about that. All right, are you ready? Complete these problems to review your prior concepts and skills you will need for this module. So we're going to use this number line to help us find the sum. If I have 8 plus 2, I could start on my 8 and go 1, 2, right? 8 plus 2 is 10. If I have 7, and I'm going to go up 3, 7 plus 3, 1, 2, 3, that is 10. 5 plus 3, I start at the 5 and go up 1, 2, 3, I have 8. Now I don't always have to use the number line, right? So I'm going to try to do this one without using the number line. 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. 8 plus 1. I'm at 8. I just need to go up 1 is 9. And 9 plus 2 is 11. So now we're going to look at some array models. So we're going to find the number of rows and the number of objects in each row, which is what we've been doing with all of our work previously, right, in the previous lessons. So this should be a piece of cake. So how many rows do we have? 1, 2. Of how many circles? Well, how many circles are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 rows of 7 circles. So then we need to fill out our addition problem. Well, if I know I have 2 rows, right, which is my 2 numbers here of 7 circles, so it would be 7 plus 7, and our 7 plus our 7 equals 14. So remember, the number of rows is telling me how many times I have to add the number 7 together. How many rows of triangles? 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 1, 2, 3 triangles. So notice I have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots to write my numbers, and I need to write 3 4 times. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. And then our last section, we're going to count equal groups to find the total, which is the same thing as saying how many rows do we have or how many groups do we have. So in this first section, I have 1, 2 groups of 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. 2 groups of 4 circles, it would be 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Number 10, I have 1, 2, 3 groups of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 circles. So this would be 8 plus 8, which is 16, plus 8 is 24. Nice job. All right, so now we're going to get into our lesson 1, which is multiply. Oops, I'm going to fix my camera again. Multiply with 2 and 4. So after this lesson, you're going to be able to use different strategies to multiply with the factors 2 and 4 and solve equal group problems. So imagine you're studying monkeys and how they move. Each monkey has 2 arms and 2 legs. Choose any number of monkeys from 1 to 9 to study. How many arms and legs are there? Well, how many monkeys do we want to study? How about we study 4 monkeys, okay? So if we have 4 monkeys that we're going to study, so I'm just going to write that on here, so that way we know that's what we want to study, 4 monkeys. So each monkey has how many arms? Each monkey has 2 arms. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4 monkeys, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 monkeys. And I would need 2 arms for each monkey. So 2 dots inside each circle. So that tells me that my monkeys, there are 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2, 4, 6, 8, right? If I count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have 8 arms. And we're going to do the same thing for the legs. Now, we know we just did this, right? With each one having 2 arms. And we know that they each have 2 legs. So isn't our problem going to be the same as the arm problem? Yes, it will. So I can just copy what I did up here, right? I know each monkey has 2 legs. So that's 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So that equals 8 legs. So how many arms and legs are there? Well, I have 8 arms and 8 legs. So 8 plus 8 is 16 arms and legs all together. So in our little written part down here, so we know we started with 4 monkeys. 4 monkeys have 2 arms each. So there are 8 arms. 4 monkeys have 2 legs each. So there are 8 legs. So that means there are 16 arms and legs. Okay, so that's our first step. Now we're going to go to page 62. We're going to talk about some octopus. All right. There are 2 octopuses. An octopus has 8 arms. How many arms do 2 octopuses have? Show equal groups. Well, how many groups do I need? I need 2 groups, right? Because there are 2 octopuses. So I need 2 groups of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 plus 8, which equals 16. So the addition equation that we could write to show this problem, we just wrote up here, right? So we would have 8 plus 8, and that equals 16. Now let's think about a multiplication equation we could write to show this problem. Well, you know that when you have 2 sets of the same number to find a sum, that those are doubles. And doubles are pairs of addends that are the same. So I know I have 2 8s, right? So a multiplication equation that I could write would be 2 times 8, because I have 2 8s. There are 2 of them, 2 of the same number. So if I've got 2 of the same number, I could do 2 times 8, and 2 times 8 equals 16, because I know that 8 plus 8 equals 16. So 2 times 8 equals 16, because these are 2 8s. So how many arms do 2 octopuses have? They have 16 arms. All right, we're going to step it out now. Paola studies 3 monkeys. Each monkey eats 2 cups of fruit in a day. How many cups of fruit do the 3 monkeys eat in a day? Use a number line to show the equal groups. So at first, we need to figure out how many groups are there. How many groups? There are 3 groups because we have 3 monkeys eating. So those are the groups, right? Each monkey is its own group because we're saying how much are they eating in a day. So this is the number of jumps that we are going to show on the number line. So how many objects are in each group? Well, there are 2 objects in each group, right? 2 cups of fruit. Each monkey gets 2 cups of fruit. So this is the number line we're going to count by, and we're going to draw the jumps on the number line. Or this is the number you're going to count by. So we need to do 3 jumps, and each jump is going to go up by 2. Okay? We're going to always start on our 1. And we're going to start on our 1, and we're going to jump by 2. There's 1 jump. We're going to jump by 2 again. There's 2 jumps. And we need to do a 3rd jump. Jump by 2 again. See how I jumped by 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that brought me to 6. So this number, what does this final number that we landed on represent? It represents the number of cups of fruit 3 monkeys ate. So this final number represents the number of cups of fruit 3 monkeys ate each day. So what's a multiplication equation that we could write to model this problem? Well, I know that we had 3 times that we had to jump, and each jump we jumped 2 times. So I had 3 jumps I had to make times 2 numbers I had to jump past. So 3 times 2 equals 6. So how many cups of fruit do the 3 monkeys eat in a day? 6 cups. So the number of jumps is our first number. How many we have to jump by is our second number. 3 times 6, or 2, sorry, is 6. So this is telling me I have 3 2s. So 2, 4, 6. I have 3 2s. I had to count by 2 3 times. Alrighty, time to step it out. And there are 4 starfish. This type of starfish has 7 arms. How many arms are on the 4 starfish? We're going to use a 2 facts and doubling to help us. So I know that there are 4 of these starfish, and each of the starfish have 7 arms. So we need to write a 2's fact with the factor of 7. So we have to have a 7 in here. So I want to do 2 times 7 equals what? If I count by 2's 7 times, what am I going to get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I get 14. Now, is that the answer I want? No, but it is part of my answer, right? Because 2, if I take a 4 and split it in half, I've got 2. So now I just need to double this product. So now I just need to take my 14 and double it. 14 doubled, if I have 14 plus 14, right? I get 4 plus 4 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. 14 plus 14 equals 28. So what multiplication equation could we write to model this problem? Well, we've already got it up here, right? 4 times 7 equals 28. So how many arms are there on 4 starfish? Because we know that each starfish has 7 arms. There are 28 arms. So I was taking something I knew. I know I could count by 2's 7 times. And then I could count by 2 7 times a second time, right, to get to 4 of them, which would give me 28. All right. Andre is studying birds. He's studying 5 birds and how they fly. Each bird has 2 wings. How many wings are there on 5 birds? Well, we have 5 birds and each bird has 2 wings. So I have 5 birds times 2 wings. So I'm going to count 2's 5 times. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 10 wings on 5 birds. So we're going to use the 2's facts and doubling to help us find the product. So to do 4 times 6, I know that I can split my 4 in half, right? I know that 2 and 2 equal 4. So if I want to find part of this problem, I can split this in half. So 2 times 6, well, we're going to count by 2's 6 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Right? Counting by 2's 6 times gives me 12. So I need to double my 12. 12 plus 12 equals 24. So 4 times 6 equals 24. So we're going to do the same thing over here with our 4 times 9. We're going to use our 2 facts to help us figure it out, and then we're going to double. So 2 times 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I get to the number 18 when I count by 2's 9 times. So then I want to add 18 plus 18. So what is 18 plus 18? Well, 8 plus 8 is 16. Regroup a 1. And 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So 36. So that means that 4 times 9 equals 36. Okay, now we're going to go to the on your own part. So if you want to pause the video right here, do the on your own part, and then come back to check your answers, you most certainly can. Or you can stay right with me and follow along with me doing this next section. I think it's 2 pages. Yes. All right. James feeds 2 groups of birds. Each group gets 10 cups of seeds. How many cups of seeds does James need to feed to 2 groups? So I have 2 groups, and there are 10 cups of seeds. So I am going to be multiplying 2 times 10. So I'm going to be counting 2 10 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So 2 times 10 equals 20. So 2 groups of 10 cups equals 20. So if James then had to feed 4 groups, so that means he'd be doubling this number, right? If he has to feed 4 groups, so we would double 20. 20 plus 20 equals 40. So he would need 40 cups. Oh, I forgot my label. Always got to have a label when we have word problems. That label is super important. Alrighty, there are 2 turtles. Each turtle has 4 legs. How many legs do the 2 turtles have? Well, we know each turtle has 4 legs, so I need to add 4 2 times, right? So 4 plus 4 equals 8. Then I'm going to multiply. I know I have 2 fours. It's the same thing, right? I have 2 groups of 4. So 2 times 4. 2 groups of 4 equals 8. Because I'm counting by 2 4 times. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's the same thing. So 2 turtles have 8 legs. There are 2 lines of people waiting to enter the zoo. Each line has 9 people. Write and solve a problem using this information. Well, we know that there are 2 lines of people. Each line has 9 people. So we could try to figure out how many people are waiting in line. That could be our question, right? It didn't give us a question, so we could write our own question. And how are we going to solve that? Well, I know there are 2 lines, and each line has 9 people. So 2 lines times 9 people, right? I have 2 lines, and each one has 9 in it. 2 times 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So there are 18 people waiting in line. And number 7. Terrence drives 4 miles each way between his home and the zoo. He drives 2 ways each day. How many miles does Terrence drive each day? Use a number line, draw equal groups, or write an equation to solve. Well, I think we could do this by just writing an equation. So he drives 4 miles each way between his home and the zoo. He drives 2 ways each day. So wouldn't we do 2 times 4? Couldn't we just easily say 2 times 4, right? Or we could have done 2 groups of 4. But 2 times 4, 2, 4, 6, 8 equals 8. So he drives 8 miles each day because he has to go 4 miles to the zoo and then 4 miles home from the zoo. And our last page, page 66, we've got, oops, sorry, I'm up too high. We've got kangaroos. So kangaroos are classified as mammals because they have fur and give birth to babies. Baby kangaroos are called joeys. A kangaroo mother can give birth to 5 joeys in her lifetime. Each joey has 2 arms and 2 legs. How many arms do 5 joeys have? Well, we know that we could multiply. We know they've got how many arms? 2 arms for each joey. And we want to know about 5 of them. So if we do 2 times 5, and I count by 2's 5 times, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So how many arms do 5 joeys have? They have 10 arms. Now if I want to find the number of arms and legs, I'm going to just double the product, because if they have 2 arms and 2 legs, I just need to double this number, right? Because I know that 5 joeys have 10 arms, so that means 5 joeys must have 10 legs. So they have 10 arms and 10 legs. So 10 plus 10 is 20. Good job. Number 9. We're going to use the 2 fact and doubling to find our product. So remember, we're going to take our 4 and we're going to split it in half. So we're going to use 2 of them. So if we try to multiply 2 times 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So 2 times 8 equals 16. And then I can double my 16. So 16 plus 16. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Carry my, or regroup my 1. Oh, I'm very fuzzy all of a sudden. Sorry about that. There we go. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. So we have 32. So that means that 4 times 8 equals 32. I think it's because the page keeps getting wonky on me. Sorry about that. All right, so now we have our 4 times our 7. We're going to use a 2 fact that we know, and then we are going to double it. So what is 2 times 7? Count by 2's 7 times. I hope you got 14. So then we're going to double that. So 14 plus 14. 4 plus 4 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 28. So that means that 4 times 7 is 28. Okay. Oops. We'll get all focused up again. Okay. 4 times 5. We're going to split it down to use our 2 fact. 2 times 5. Count 2. 5 times. I hope you got 10. So then we're going to double it. 10 plus 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. Should be able to do that one in your head. So that means that 4 times 5 is 20. Number 12. We have 4 times 10, and we are going to use a 2 fact that we know. So 2 times 10, count 2's 10 times. I'm hoping that when you counted 2 10 times, you got 20. So then I'm going to double my 20. 20 plus 20 equals 40. So that means that 4 times 10 equals 40. So now we're going to find the product of these 3 down here. 2 times 6. Let's count by 2's 6 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now this one, remember this has our 4, so we're going to find 2 times 5, and then we're going to double it. So what's 2 times 5? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 doubled, 10 plus 10 equals 20. And the same thing here. We're going to find our 2 fact. 2 times 3, 2, 4, 6. We're going to double our 6. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Good job. All right, so you are going to do 3.1, the black and white worksheet that's directly after this page for independent work, and then you need to submit that work to me. I need to have that handed in to me, that 3.1. So that way I can give you a grade, because the end of the marking period, the end of the first quarter, is this Friday, and I need to get grades put in on your report card. So please, please, please make sure that you are getting your work done and hand it in to me. Please also make sure that you're watching the videos and following along. I know I'm saying this at the end of a video. I'm hoping that you actually watched it. But I will be repeating that in a message to everybody, because I have noticed that some of the videos have 0 views. So that means you're not doing the work that you're supposed to be doing. Just because you're learning from home doesn't mean that you don't follow or you don't do the lessons that I'm videotaping for you. You must do those lessons, because it's just like you being here in the classroom. So please make sure that you are doing all the work that's been assigned to you each and every week. Alrighty, thank you, and I will be recording lesson 2 shortly, so that way you can do that one as well this week.